What's going on, Paisanos? V here. Come at you guys. Well, doing a market watch today. You know, I posted on Instagram the other day, and if you guys follow me on Instagram, you know. If not, check it out down below in the description. That, well, Walmart sold out. And not just like my Walmart. This is the picture of my fourth Walmart I've been to that has not one single solitary product of Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Some still do, whether it be dwindling, and others are just like this one, cleaned out. You know what's bad when even them people are buying up the Magic the Gathering Steel product? They have nothing as far as any kind of reason to hold physical cards other than to get them, and they're also cleaned out. Pokemon? Well, that's been, I mean, if you find a star deck, I'd be surprised. And like I said, the market is gone. So why is this picture so important? It should be important to everybody, by the way. This picture is so important because it tells you that the market we're in right now is a seller's market. Meaning that if you're looking to take the biggest advantage of the market, you sell into it rather than buy into it. Why? Because this is probably a Walmart that's happening for everybody else. Comment down below. Comment question of the day. When you go to your local Walmart, Target, let me know. Does it look like this? Is it cleaned out? Let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to know. Some people say yes, some people say no. I mean, it's really crazy what's happening as far as a Walmart. People like Chevron 4 YGO says, my local Walmart and Target are also barren. Mine's too. It's wild how goes it. And I really do believe that a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players are looking to go into TCG player. They're looking to come on here and to buy into the market, and they're dumping money to buy the singles, intelligently by the way, forcefully also, and getting the cards they want for their decks. And that's why I say if you're looking to take the most biggest advantage of the market, yeah, you can go in and buy for yourself, but also you want to sell. I personally like to go in and sell and take that, when I sell and put it on store credit on TCG player, to have an option below. I just personally prefer that. It makes things easier. You get your money faster as well. And yeah, that's what I do. If you're looking to also buy anything on TCG Play, click the link down below. A lot of things down below there. Besides the TCG Play link, I would greatly appreciate if you click on. But also, like I said, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, all that jazz. And of course, if you're new to the channel, please make sure to hit the subscribe button, like button, comment down below, and share the video. Also, Instagram, look at this. Standard issue Don Quixote painting. Well, it was something that, okay, little side note about this. You know, wait to the end of the video, I'll tell you the side note about the Don Quixote picture. That actually belonged to one of my family members that I got, but I'll go on. Anyway, Virtual World, my Lulu, at a Phantom Rage, that's ultra rare, which is roughly around 17, at peak was 20, is down to about $15. Now, the card is still insanely good. If you're looking to play Virtual World, you can't play 2. You just can't. You need to play 3. So, it is interesting to see one of the best decks in the game, one of the most expensive cards within that deck in the game, go down in value. In fact, look at that Chow Fang Little Tech Choice using an extra deck, which also was roughly around, what, $20, $25, at one point bought out, only printing at a Cross Souls, with a $13 market price, is at $14, but realistically, it was higher than that, and the price point is now fluctuating down at this new price point for these cards. And this is our tier 1 decks, and I like that a lot. Yu-Gi-Oh has somehow became, well, I don't want to say fully affordable, but more easily affordable for those who are just looking to get into the game, get involved, and say, hey, listen, I got $100, I want to play a tier 1 deck. What do we got here? Well, with the release of, you know, the Golden Lord, getting a gold rarity, Ellic variants are a lot cheaper. That's why you're seeing a lot of players play that, which is good, as well as Virtual World, which is now getting a lot more and more cheaper. You wouldn't be surprised we see Lulu hit around $10, Chow Fang gone back down to $2 to $3. I would not be surprised whatsoever. These are still used in the deck, and it still is one of the best decks in the game. An emancipated researcher, in fact, this whole hybrid of like prank kids, researcher, rock hybrid, card out of Secret Slay is only printing with a $25 market price, is roughly around $25, and this is still a really good card using that deck. I would love to see more uses for an emancipated researcher, as well as emancipators. I don't believe they're fully dead, but I don't believe like you can play just pure anymore. I think the option and the ability of playing pure emancipators are just fully gone, but playing like a hybrid version, I do believe that is something that a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players can take advantage of, like we saw this past weekend when some of the players were topping with emancipators, well, the variant, hybrid, what have you. It's really good, and the card's currently $25. Hopefully you never sold yours, you still have yours, and if you don't have yours, you might want to buy it right now before everybody realizes the fact that combo can still be played in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! And since it can still be played, Nibiru, the primer being OTS Tournament 514 Ultimate Rare, with an $89 market price, well, That's roughly around $100 a copy. This card was hovering for a very short while at around 90. Our low was around 80, and now it's back up to $100 for Nibiru. Why is that? Well, even though this card does nothing against Drytons, the thing is, Nibiru is still a phenomenal card, and it's really good against Virtual World. It puts opponent on Better Have It, and literally the God Hand. It puts any other player playing other variants that are trying to spam the board on Better Have It, and it makes your opponent realistically push more for the game state than what they currently have on board, because it's about to get blown up because the meteorite. It's a phenomenal card in the game, and yeah, no, it's back up in action. It for a while was gone, but here it is again. So once again, there's other versions of this card. You got Gold, you got the original Print Starlight Rare, the promo one, which is not bad. It's the one I personally have, and the Ulti, which I'm looking to get. I think it's a beautiful looking card, even though Konami mistyped this card, where it says 3000. So someone at Konami just slapped their head against the table and then said, "Keep going, screw it." Then we have Maxi Ultimate Rare. This card at one point went down in value. In fact, after the bans, I talked about specifically how Ultimate Rare Maxi was going down and how I personally was looking to buy some. I didn't buy extra, but I only had my playset. Ultimate Maxi at an Astro Pack 4 with a $387 market price is back up to roughly around $445. Oh, that's right. Banlist season. Hada. Banlist season starting up again. I think we're almost about. I mean, can we agree that I think we're like right into like the front door of a party that is Banlist speculation. Banlist wondering, is my deck gonna get hit? Is my deck gonna get hit? What's this new deck coming out next month that may or may not get hit in the Banlist that could play hopefully by Nationals if it's open, which more likely will happen because COVID's gonna magically go away within about 24 to 48 hours of you watching this video. Why? Because politics suck. But look at the Maxi at Ashback 4. I do believe that this is a phenomenal card, and I do believe people that went in and bought this card, well, for the most part, are just waiting for the balance, which is less than, ideally, 2 weeks away. So I think it's a very important card. Now, you out there watching right now, you're going, V, I'm not dropping $445 plus tax and shipping on Ulti Maxi. It's just not happening. Can I get Secret Rares? Well, no, not really. I mean, yes and no, I should really say. Yes, you can if you want unlimited Secret Maxis, which aren't bad, by the way. $40 market price, the unlimited version of the card. Being roughly around $35, $36. That's not that bad. It used to be way cheaper, but things used to be a lot of things. Then we're going over here and see if we get a first edition version. That's going to be starting at roughly around $71 for a first edition version of Secret Maxi. I'm going to be honest with you, that's not bad as well. People caught on to the Ultimate Rare hype and they cleaned that market out. The Secret Rare, Original Prince of Ragnaroks, Unlimited, and Secret Rares, they're really cheap right now. So if you still want that beautiful rarity, but you don't want to like pay crazy primo dollar, I got you. You can buy those Secret Rares. Those are still good. They look clean and they feel great. A little fun fact on the side note, I never ever played Ulti Maxi for a long duration of time. In fact, the majority of the time Maxi was allowed to be played, I personally played Secret Rares that I traded for and bought for, I believe, at the time. And yeah, played set of Secret Maxis, and I really liked them a lot. They feel clean. And if anyone has one or your buddy has one, go check them out. And actually, buddy, you can look at it. It looks beautiful. There's other versions, of course. You got Legendary Collection 5, these Ultra Rare, which is roughly around 15. You got the Super Rare 10s, they're like 5s, but they're going to be going up soon, by the way. You got Gold, but nobody cares about that. And Common, better than Gold, better to have it than not. $6. So it's definitely a card I definitely recommend that if you don't have, you might want to consider having, because if you don't have it, you wish you consider having it after the ban list. Then we have Triple Attack Talent Starlight Rare. This card at one point was almost there at $500. Well, with a $418 price point, the version of the card is roughly around $410. Within a couple of sales, it does hit around $450, especially if you want to go by the Gold Star sellers. That's going to be roughly around $450, but you got one over here, roughly around $400. Blink, it's probably bought already. Then we got deck core of the day. I love talking about deck cores. I love like before the ban list going in and grabbing deck cores, or especially when a new set's dropping. I personally love when a new set's dropping. Everyone's focused over here. I'm over here. I'm buying gold format cards. I'm buying Pokemon Secret Rare energies. I'm buying deck cores and people aren't even thinking about. And I'm cleaning them out and walking away like a bandit. So when everyone's focused over here, I'm over there. And I think that's something that a lot of people, someone asked me on Instagram actually not too long ago, and if you want to talk to me, hit me up on Instagram. Someone said, V, listen, I want to buy Teledad, and I want to get it max rarity. I know it's expensive. When is the right time to buy? And I said simply, You can buy whenever the staples, because nobody cares about them. They're not super expensive, so there's random cards. But if you want something like Super Rare Kribons, if you want something like Ulti Dark Arm Dragon, the best time to buy those cards is normally after Banlist with the release of a new set. If you haven't noticed, by the way, every time we get a Banlist, a new set has come out not that long ago. I think roughly around a week, 2 weeks max. We've gotten a new set, so that's my favorite time to go in and buy those kind of cards because everyone is focusing on that. Nobody's dumping money into that, so that price point is going to be stable for a good amount of time until that hype dies down. People turn back around and focus in there. So that's what I recommend. But for me, I'm not even joking you, Brotherhood of Fire Fist. I gotta start getting my cards together. I'm missing a couple of cards, but yeah, going in and buying them, that's probably what I'm gonna be doing soon. Then we have Speed Duel Battle City Box. Now, you don't have to like speed duels. I should have said that before because now people are probably like whatever V and they want to go pick their nose and play on their phone. No, you don't have to like speed duels to love this box. In fact, it's better if you don't because if you like speed duels, you're gonna play these cards and these cards go from near mint to played and that lowers the value. If you want to grade cards, which don't get me wrong, I love grading. And I've been watching like Pokemon videos where people like showing grading cards, and I hate people talking about grading, but I like doing it. I've never done, should I say, but I like, the idea of it, I should really say. In Yu-Gi-Oh! I think grading is a huge thing that will be a reality within our future. I think how we talk to multiple variances of the competitive market, casual market, and collector's market, where we speak into a fourth grading market, which is a bit of a collecting, but competitive players will do it, and casual players will get it if they can. And I'll tell you right now, Speed Duel, Battle City Box, this is good stuff. I mean, Secret Rare Jinzo, like this, hasn't been around since, in this variant and version, since the BPT Jinzos, the Tinzos, if you will. Dark Paladin, I mean, are you kidding me? That card's $8 as a secret rare? Clean that bad boy out. And of course, we got Blizzard Dragon, Red Ice Black Dragon, Dark Magician. These are also great cards. In fact, the Speed Duel Battle City Box, I haven't gotten it yet. I'm probably going to get at least minimum 3 of. I'm probably going to be buying way more than that as time goes on. But I really love this set. It's really on the use right now. Also, if you're looking to play Gold Format, of course, they have tons of great Gold Format cards. And I Parser, which is, I believe, Labyrinth of Nightmares are ultra rare. It's in here as a secret rare. I mean, you got so many good cards in here. It's absolutely ridiculous. I'm not even joking. You're like, if you haven't bought Speed Duel's Battle City Box, you're probably like me, waiting to someone to tell you, or just looking online going, "Oh my God, this is out. I forgot about." Like, this is such a good product to buy. Then we have Fantastical Dragon Fantasmic. Yes, it has other alternate printings, but the secret rare is Savage Strike with an $18 market price. Well, yeah, no, it's actually roughly around $15. I'm telling you right now, even if Maxi was to come off the bans, which I think it's going to, I don't think Konami releases it at 3. They should, but they probably won't. If they release 1 or 2 Maxis, and the format is what it is, I think Fantasmic is an excellent card. I mean, think about it. Against Dragons, you're going to resolve this card. You're going to be able to add that Maxi to your hand. Well, cycle for that Maxi, I should really say, with Fantasmic. With a lot of other decks, they're going to go into the link plays before they try to push other plays, and Fantasmic is just such a good card to help you cycle for cards. 1, it helps you cycle for main deck cards. Like I said, if Maxi was to go to 1 to 2, definitely Fantasmic good. But 2, if you're playing Game 2 or Game 3, Fantasmic will help you get those side deck cards, as it also has an amazing ability to cycle. It's a highly undervalued card, underrated. Nobody's looking at it right now. I kept my secret rares, and I think it's something that if you don't have, you might want to consider picking up. You don't need to get the secret rare, you get other versions, but if it was to see play, it would be worth money, and if it was worth money, this would be the version that would go up in value. Then we have cards of the Red Stone. Clash of Rebellions, original rare, okay? This card is $7 in the market, and Unlimiteds are 7s. First editions are also almost near $8 for cards of Red Stone. It's using Lulu decks, basically silly little decks that just, what the? My mailman. Lulu decks, a bunch of other little decks that just try to, well, for the most part, Guru, bring out Dragoon, settle out back row. You have a negate in hand, and you're going to just keep cycling that over and over again. They're not terrible decks, and I kind of like the idea of them, but I always feel like those decks, you're playing it yourself as much as you can. It's like, it's almost like Virtual World, but instead Virtual World's a combo version of this deck, which is more of a control version of, like, your opening hand is you against yourself. If your opening hand's bad, just look at your opponent and say, we'll go to game 2. If your opening hand's good, go look at your opponent and go, you're probably going to get bodied. So, I don't know, it's weird like that, but I will say Cards of Red Stone, Clash of Rebellions, this is a rare. It is worth money for the rare version of this card. Now, the card has 2 other print things, both commons, both worthless. So you have the rare, it's worth money. Common, it's not. I like to talk about old secret rares that people pretty much have forgotten about. One of them is Heratic Steel from the Ashes. I love Heratic Dragons. I think it's an excellent deck. I really enjoyed it. It's another great deck core if you don't have it already, and it's a really fun card. Heratic Steel from the Ashes is the only printing secret rare from Galactic Overlord. The card with a 250 market price, I'll let you play unlimited, is roughly around $250. If you want a first edition version, that's near $4. Nobody's looking at this card right now. Konami hasn't made a reprint of this card or announced any reprints in the future. Once again, I think Heratic Dragons are really good. Big boy Tefnut over there. But I'm telling you right now, I think it's a really, really cool deck. It's dragons with Egyptian god names, kind of, sort of. Yes and no. And the cards look amazing. And Heratic Steel from the Ashes is an excellent card that, once again, nobody's looking at right now. I'm going to tell you right now that this card, the deck core itself has so much potential. It's just waiting for the right time. Then we have Gamma. So, yes, we can talk about the Ultra Rare Gammas being roughly at least around $21 out of High Speed Riders. We can talk about Super Rare Gammas out of Extreme Force Special Edition, $7. Those things cost $10. It came with 3 packs and another promo, as well as Gamma. And then we can talk about Toon Chaos. That's what we want to focus on, is the Toon Chaos side. This is why I hate... Okay, I don't want to say I hate. This is why I look at like Justice Impact, and I just look at it and go, you're so trash, Justice Impact. Because even the rares, like say Frame Gear Gamma, they had Pilot Desires, they had BLS, they were rares in Toon Chaos. They were insane. Konami, you broke your damn mind. Look at that Cypher Gear Gamma out of Toon Chaos as a rare that has a $3 market price, and the value right now for Unlimited with shipping is around $4. But if you want a first edition version of the card, you're going to pay also roughly around $4 for the card. That price point quickly, slowly starts rising to it hits almost there a $5 price point. What I'm trying to say is that Cypher Gear Gamma is still a great card. Some decks it shows a lot of playing. Some players have purely cut it out of their different types of decks and deck builds. It's still a great card, and I feel like a lot of people are even holding on to the rares. That's why we're seeing such increase in value. Also, it's from Toon Chaos, a good collector's rare sets that had good collector's rares. Collector's rares such as Cypher Gear Gamma. Now, why am I pointing at this card so importantly? Because Konami, listen, you're going to want to make another collector's rare set, have collectible cards in it, and competitive cards in it. Have rare reprints like Cypher Gear Gamma that have value. I don't hate the last Justice Impact set. I shouldn't really say that. I just think it's definitely a lot more watered down compared to the Toon Chaos version of cards like Cypher Gear Gamma, in which a rare can net you at least $3. That's insane. Let alone the super rare, let alone the collector's rares, which are in the hundreds and hundreds of dollars. That's amazing. Out of a pack that'll cost you normally $4. Anyway, I really appreciate you guys watching my video. Oh, Don Quixote painting. So, a long time ago, your boy Review was going to college. I was going to become a cop. I'm not sure. If some of you've been subscribed for a while, you probably know this already. If you're new to subscribing, yeah, I was going to become a cop. This is before Bloomberg came to New York. I'm originally from New York. And he instituted, well, what we call quotas. I didn't know about this until, like, I was in the schooling. And I just pulled out because I'm not doing that quota stuff. That's retarded. Also, you got to serve a year, or you got to be in a year in the city before you can be in Suffolk. I had it in to get in Suffolk. Anyway, Suffolk means more money. You'll get like $75,000, I think, or $65,000 a year starting. It's insane. Whereas in the city, it's like $28,000. My mom would go on trips, so I would go to college and pretty much go home, go to college, and play cards. That's all I would do. That's literally all I did, and it sucked a lot. I didn't really. I mean, I had time for cards, I had time for college, and time for to go home, and I didn't really do anything else. Like I didn't have a lot of extra time to do much. There were times I even had to come from playing cards to study for college because I was going to become a police officer. That was my thing. I took a test in New York City, and real tests, weird times. Maybe a story for another day. My mom would always go on trips. Why? Because my family, my stepfather owned a pest control company. They specialize in termites. I'm not sure if you know about this. This doesn't really pertain to you as much, but you get a lot of money. Termites cost a lot of money. If you live in a house and you get a termite infestation or had one, you should know it's going to cost an arm and a leg to get what's called a termite treatment before you get termite inspection. If you're looking to buy a new house, you're going to get termite inspection. You have to get termite inspection approved by a license 7C in the state of New York for termites. I know this because for a while I was licensed in both 7C and 7A for general pest control. Anyway, my mom would go and travel a lot travel a lot. Like every weekend she was going somewhere, either with my stepfather, by herself, my younger brother. They were just traveling, and I never really cared. My mom would go, "You want to come with me?" Sometimes she would say it, and I would just go, "No, I don't want to go. I'm studying. I'm trying to do the right thing, play little cards, do a lot of studying, and a lot of write 6-page essays because that's what you need evidently to learn things." And my mom one day came home with this picture. This is Don Quixote. And it's a great story, by the way. It's a beautiful story about Don Quixote. It really is, and I instantly loved the picture. It made me want to learn about Don Quixote, and made me want to learn about the story of the picture. And someone made it in, I believe it was in Puerto Rico. It was on a cruise to Puerto Rico. I wanted it. Mom said no. She said this picture is way too fancy. I paid way too much money. You can't have it. She put it in like her foyer. Look how fancy that is. And she popped that bad boy on. Okay. So what I used to do is, when I used to practice my cards, I would go up into like the second living room, foyer, little area, open area, and I would get a nice little table and I would play cards and by the picture. It was comfortable. My mom eventually moved away. She was getting ready to pack things up. One of the things I did, because I was moving away and I was going to live with my father, at the time, I told her I'm taking a picture. And of course she said no. She relented again. Fine. I lived with my dad for years. Eventually moved back in with my mother. And I said, Mom, can I have the picture finally? Can I put it in my room at the least? Because it's your house. I'm living with you. Can I put it in? No, you're not getting it. Fine. And she had it packed away, by the way. Fine. I eventually moved to Rhode Island. I worked for the TSA. I told her again. I had my huge apartment. Ma, can I have the picture? I really want... No, you're not. Stop. I don't even know where it is. How about that? That's what she told me. That's where you know, like, they're like, whatever. I just want to talk about it right now, and I hear you pushing it. I don't even know where it is. It's in the goddamn house, woman. Like, literally, it's in the... Anyway. Then eventually I moved out here to Kentucky, where I live right now. When I first moved in, I'm not even joking you, like, the first week in my house, I said, I got a sweet spot in the room for that Don Quixote picture. You can't have it. You just can't have it. And then one day my mom came over and brought this picture over and basically surprised me. She said, you know what? You've been wanting it for a while. I think you should have it. So I have it now. That's actually a picture in my little, I guess we could say, office area, and that's where it is. She just said, I always wanted to put a spot for it. I couldn't find it in the house. And to be honest with you, I looked it up the other day, and I remember how you always wanted it. And it's there. And it's a silly little story, but ultimately it says how if you want something, you just keep asking for it from your parents and you get it. I mean, literally, I was like, dude, what? Give me the damn picture. Anyway, but yeah, no, I have it. I'm really excited that I have it. It's a beautiful picture. Like I said, I really like this. And yeah, I typed in Instagram, I said, Konami owes us paisanos at least minimal 2 archetypes. One's a mafioso archetype. I'm a big fan of the mafia. I love the idea and storyline of the mob. I love how, and people can say whatever about the mob, and I get it, good and bad. Trust me, I get it. But one thing about the mafia I really loved, and I live next to West Virginia. It's another place, Huntington, West Virginia, which has like the biggest like drug whatever. The mafia would never allow that. They would kill those dudes. There'll be no drugs ever happening. So like good or bad, at least there was no like drug addicts in the mafia area, which I thought was always a cool idea. Anyway, and so there was always a mafioso archetype. Konami has to be called specifically mafioso in any language. Mafioso, actually mafioso in Italian and English. I would like it like that. And in another archetype, I think we should have a Don Quixote. Once someone said conquistador to go to land, those are zombies. I don't want like dead, risen Don Quixote. I want like literally a whole archetype with Don Quixote. I want what he envisioned his fair maiden to be. I would love to see that. Anyway, that's something I just wanted, a little side story I wanted to share with you paisanos. I really appreciate you guys watching my videos. Please make sure to subscribe button, like button, comment down below. Follow me on Instagram. It's your boy V. You paisanos. You guys have a great day.